Hey everybody, it's Pete. I just wanted to follow up on a question that was asked by Satnam this morning at 9 o'clock. I just didn't have a chance to get to it, and the question is actually a really good one, and it's in question to this list here, from this list here, and actually I think it's a really good question. So we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive. Top stocks and game plan stocks are different lists. Yes, absolutely different lists. And I want to break it down because I think sometimes I take stuff for granted. So I want to just do a little bit of a deep dive into the difference between the two. So this list here, which you can see right now, is actually pretty big, 35 stocks. It's designed for a couple of things. Obviously, number one, it's designed to give you some ideas. That goes without saying, right? That's why we're calling them the quote unquote top stock list. But subliminally or structurally, however you want to look at it, the size of the list also matters. If we have a list and you're watching it day by day, week by week, and it's expanding and contracting, that should also be giving you setting expectations for the type of market that we're in. So that's a little bit different than just say, go look at those lists. It's giving us the size of the list and the size of the stocks that right now meet the criteria that are considered quote unquote strong stocks. So that's the first part. You can see that we're also highlighting it and color coding it by stocks that are positive and different time frames that they're positive. But we actually take that a step deeper just to give you some context. These are stocks that are strong over the last month, the last 5 days, positive from the open by a certain percentage, and also positive by the close by a certain percentage. So this is a list of stocks that is meeting some very strict criteria for volatility, liquidity, percentage gains over multiple time frames, and giving us a green candle for the day that this is put in there. So it's meeting all of that scan criteria, but it's not necessarily a trade for that day. So we go through this list of stocks for that, giving us the idea, giving us how many, giving us, just as important, which sectors are in play. Like this week, to give you an example, we know that we like to look at this, and this is a big part of what we do, but this is giving us a bigger general list. This is giving us a breakdown of not only the sector, but then the industry group. So it's kind of giving us sector rotation and a deeper dive into the ideas of what's hot right now. The game plan list is the list of stocks that meet specific entry patterns now that are trading ideas. So the top stocks is a composite of all of the stocks that meet the criteria for strength over different periods of time. It also gives the price, so you can get in there and choose which stocks might meet your personal resources. Gives you the average true range, so it tells you the volatility of that stock. But then, as I said just before, just as important, you're starting to break down into which sectors. If you remember 2 days ago, I think it was on Monday, technology dominated this list, and we're seeing technology dominate the stocks right now. Then you break it down a little bit deeper into the individual industry groups to see if you can find some pockets of opportunity, as well as build individual lists of stocks to put into your watch list so you can start to stack the order flow either from a sector perspective or an industry group perspective. And again, the difference between that and these are the actionable candidates that meet strict criteria heading into the next trading day. Some of them might be here. Some of them might not be here because some of them might be too far extended. Some of them might meet the criteria, but not necessarily be a trade heading into the next day. So awesome question. I wanted to clarify that for everybody.